In Louisiana Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102, broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. From KJFM Radio, Eagle 102, high school basketball is on the air. Eagle 102 brings you the area's best girls and boys basketball action all season long. You can hear it all right here at 102.1 and online at KJFMEagle102.net. High school basketball on Eagle 102.
Welcome back to Clopton High School. It's night 2 of district basketball action. Opening night on the men's side here from Class 2 District 5. Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart with you. We'll have the first game and game 3 and 4 for you from Clopton High School, and then we'll send it down to Mark at Winfield for the 5:30 matchup with the Bowling Green Lady Bobcats. We'll tell you all about it after this on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 is brought to you by Spring Valley Accounting, McDingers, and Stephen R. Schiff Marriage, DBS, and his wonderful staff.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medication. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit card. Now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road. Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Well, we'll have a first-round matchup game here for you on the 4 o'clock affair between the number 2 seed Van Far Indians and the Elsberry Indians, the number 7 seed. And Marianne, they played several weeks ago at Elsberry, and Elsberry gave them a game. 63-51 was the final score. Van Far came out on top. We've seen Van Far a couple times in the last couple of weeks, and they're playing pretty well right now.
They are, and I tell you what, Elsberry's kind of one of those teams that we've talked about a lot last night in girls action, where they've had some really high points. It's kind of been one of those nice winding roads for them, an uphill, downhill type situation. You see them peak at some times, and you think, they're going to pull this big win off, and it's going to be the turning point for them, and things just don't quite fall in place for them. So they're, again, another team in the area that's rebuilding, and tonight it may be one of those ones where, we see that close matchup, even though it's a 2-7 matchup.
Well, they lost their top 4 scorers from last year, so it was a rebuild affair. Then throw in the fact that one of their bigger experienced players, Gabriel Hill, broke his hand early on in the season and has missed pretty much the entire season. And then now I look out there and I see that Joel Mound and Jack St. Pierre are in street clothes as well for Elsberry, so they're coming in a little bit as the walking wounded.
They are.
And plus, they're all underclassmen. They've got one senior that plays and starts. That's one senior on the team, which is Jake Reimel. He'll start and play a lot. All the rest are underclassmen. Then you look at the other side of the ledger, and Van Far will run 5 seniors out there. They're a very experienced club coming off back-to-back trips to the state championships, state Final Four. And they're looking to try and they're looking for that path to that same finish this year, but they've got to get through this district tournament first. And as we talked about earlier yesterday, I guess. They are the 2 seed, which is somewhat interesting with Clopton being the 1 seed. Vanfar has the better record. We had the same conversation about the girls' side of the bracket last night. Who knows what goes into those conversations, but it'll all be decided on the floor here. So as I told somebody on Sunday, they were asking me about the seeds. I said that starting tomorrow, the seeds don't matter.
That's right.
It's all going to be decided on the floor.
Let's
take a break, and we'll come back with our keys to this game after this on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 brought to you by La Crosse Lumber Company in Vandalia, Wood Smoked Meat, and Bowling Green Ready Mix and Turns Construction.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medication. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Brown's Smokehouse Meats in Silas can help with all your meat processing, retail, wholesale, and custom butchering. Vernon and Judy Brown are the owners and operators of Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Highway 61 in Silex. Brown's Smokehouse Meats also invite you to stop by their retail location in Troy at 185 East Cherry Street. For all your smokehouse meats, deer processing, and homemade sausage, be sure to visit Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Silex and Troy.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
Well, the keys of the game, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but for Elsberry, they've just had trouble making buckets, finding somebody that can shoot the ball in the basket all year this year, as a matter of fact. And now you take Jack St. Pierre out of the lineup, and that just compounds the problem for them. For Vanfar, they're a little bit of an interesting contrast is here as of late. We had them against Bowling Green and against Clopton in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They really wanted to control the tempo and keep the score down. And, that's what Elsberry wants, too. If you're a team that has trouble scoring buckets, boy, you don't want the score to be in the 60s. So it'll be interesting for me to see how Pat Conaway wants to play it tonight against this Elsberry lineup and see if they want to go up and down a little bit.
Well, don't you, based on what you've seen, Jim, don't you think Vanfar probably has a little bit more of an advantage underneath the basket as well as far as rebounding goes?
Oh, there's no question that they're going to have an advantage almost at
every position.
In skill level at about every position because, they're all seniors. They're all experienced. And as I said, Jake Reimel is the only the only senior on the roster for Elsberry. And Jake's one of those guys that I like to term he's a pest.
Yes.
And he's a pest that if he's on your team, you love him. And if he's on the other team, you can't stand him. And so he's going to be the fly in the ointment for Middleton and for Verdell Johnson at the guards positions tonight for Vanfar. And he'll try and stir it up and get them off their game. And if they fall into that trap, then we could very well have a competitive basketball game. If Vanfar plays their game and takes care of business, they should get out of here with a win.
All right, before we send it back to the station for starting lineups and things of that nature, I want to remind folks they have announced that due to incoming weather this evening, they are not going to be delaying the starts. They'll be, as soon as one game's over with, they'll be jumping right on and starting the next one. Jim, we know last night we got 3 games in, and then that 4th game they kind of basically started a little put an extra 10 minutes on the clock, and they will not
20.
be.
A bunch.
Well, it felt like forever, but they will not be doing that this evening. So keep that in mind. If you are heading to the games, it's best to come out early. They recommend maybe about a half hour earlier than you were planning on. Also, we'll, as you mentioned a little bit earlier, we're going to wrap things up from here after this matchup. We're going to send it down to Winfield as Mark Froenig will have the Bowling Green Lady Bobcats taking on Lutheran St. Charles. And then after he wraps up, we'll be back for 2 more games this evening. One final thought before we take a break. I remind you that if you're coming to Clopton this evening, they are having the FBLA.
There's going to be the smell of fried chicken in there.
Yes, there's going to be the smell of fried chicken in the air, and so you might as well just bring your $8 with you, and you can have, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and gravy, and all the fixings that go along with it that will benefit the Clopton FBLA. If Jim's nice to me during the first game, I may even treat him to a fried chicken dinner on our short break. So they are serving that from 4 until 7.
That'd be messy. That'd be real messy.
We're going to be out sitting at a table. Who cares? Okay.
But everybody else needs to come down and
get
you a bucket of fried chicken, and then you can come in here and watch two good basketball games after you eat.
That's right. So that's going to take care of the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show. We'll have your starting lineups and opening tip next here on Eagle 102.
On Eagle 102, brought to you by Twin City Bowl, Airco Convenience Centers, and Silex Banking Company.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the number one priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring that they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignment, tune-ups, oil changes, strut, state, and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, business 61 North in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medication. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana. And let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
Well, let's tell you about our starting lineups. Let's hold off. They're going to do the national anthem for us, and Marianne's going to sing. Well, maybe not. Now we'll tell you about the starting lineups. First for the number 2 seed Vanpar Indians. They're 19-6 on the season. Head coach is Pat Conaway. For them, a senior at 6 foot. Number 0, Verdell Johnson. Another senior, he is 6'3", wears number 4, Colin Wilburn. A senior at 5'9", number 22, Sam Milton. A senior at 5'11", number 35, Riley Hansen. And a senior at 5'11", number 40, Morgan Slayton. So it'll be Slayton, Hanson, Middleton, Wilburn, and Johnson for Pat Conaway and his Van Far Indians. For the Elsberry Indians, they're 4-20 on the season. Starting for them tonight, a freshman at 5'8", number 4, Deshaun Dotson. A sophomore at 5'11", number 5, Eli Gladney. A freshman at 5'8", number 11, Caden Kinsler. A senior at 5'11", number 24, Jake Reimel. And a sophomore at 6'5", number 50, Bo Henry. Henry Reimel. Kinsler, Gladney, Dotson for Elsberry. They're coached by Caleb Johnson. He came from Quincy University, his first year for the Indians. Of course, Pat Conaway has been at Van Far for quite a while.
Can we say forever?
As long as I can remember.
Yeah. Well, of course, he was an assistant with Brian Minnie when Brian was there.
So Wilburn, a jump center against Henry, and Van Far controls it. Johnson drives straight to the baseline, kicks it into the paint, and it's loose. It's kicked out in the back court. They're going to say it's deflected. And there's Jake Reimel diving on the floor and sliding, but it goes right back to Middleton, to Johnson, to Wilburn as we're off to a wild start. Another turnover. We'll give a turnover to each of them for that, as wild as it was. Now Elsberry does get into the front court, and maybe somebody will try and set up an offense. Elsberry will do so. Reimel at the left wing. He'll run the point as a general rule for Elsberry. He'll get it into Henry. Henry reverse pivots with the left hand. Baby hook, no good. Middleton with the rebound. Off to Johnson. Looks like he's going to try and push the pace. He'll kick it back to Middleton. Now to Slatton. They get it in the post to Wilburn. Back to Middleton. Right wing now, right corner to Johnson as they work it around the horn. Elsberry in a 2-3 zone to start. It's the first time we've seen him set up on defense. And Van Far's going to have to show they can shoot it from beyond the arc.
And we know they can, especially if Sam Middleton can get hot from behind the arc. He's had a lot of success there over the last couple of years.
Slatton in the paint, kicks it right wing to Middleton. Middleton and Henry with the most dynamic shoes of the season. I think next year we're going to have some awards for that kind of stuff.
For best shoes?
Well, best shoes, best diving play, best
hair.
Socks, best hair. And Sam Middleton with the best three as he drains one from the corner and puts Van Far on top, 3-0, as we played a minute and a half in this first quarter. Across the timeline now for the Indians is Caden Kinsler. They've got a young lineup on the floor. Henry drives into the paint. He throws it across the paint. It's deflected and stolen away by Van Far. They'll head the other way. Hanson gets it in the short corner to Wilburn. Back to Hanson. He'll skip it or check to Middleton. Now Hanson has it. He drives into the paint with the left hand. He's going to be whistled for the travel. So 2 turnovers apiece for each club.
And we've only played 2 minutes.
3-0 our score. Freshman and 2 freshmen and sophomores at the guards positions. Actually, they're starting 4 guards. There's now a turnover by Elsberry as Kinsler threw it away. And Elsberry will head the other, Van Far should say, will head the other way. Milton to Johnson. He'll look to the bench. High-low is the call. That's a good 2-3 zone play. You familiar with that one, Marianne?
We've heard it once or twice.
Johnson's shot's partially blocked, and Reimel comes away with it. He'll head into the front court for Elsberry now. Turns and hands it off to Kinsler. He'll get into the paint, stops, and pops from 6 and scores. Caden Kinsler, the young freshman, with the first bucket of the night for the Indians. And it's a 3-2 lead for, actually I can't say Indians, can I? Because they're both Indians. For Elsberry. Hanson in the near corner to Johnson at the wing. Ahead of the key to Middleton. Middleton back to Johnson, right wing. He'll penetrate into the paint. Drops it down low to Hanson. His reverse layup's up and good. Good look that time. Riley Hanson lurking around the baseline. Nice catch and reverse layup. And it's a 5-2 lead for Van Far. Kinsler dribbles to the right wing on a pick and roll with Gladney. Now they'll whip it left wing. 3-ball on the way from Dotson. That's in and out and no good. And Johnson with the rebound for Van Far. Penetrates into the paint. Gets it down low to Wilburn. They're going to say it's off his foot, though, and goes out of bounds. Back to Elsberry. 4:25 to play here in the first. 5-2. Van Far on top in the early going. Jim Ross, Marianne Earhart. here from Clopton High School. Don't forget, we'll switch from here to Winfield as the ball deflects off of Henry's chest and goes out of bounds. And Van Far will get it back. We'll switch to Winfield for the 5:30 game as the Bowling Green Lady Bobcats will take on Lutheran St. Charles in the top seed in that girls district at Winfield. And then we'll come back here for the final two at approximately 7 and 8:30. Wilburn drives left baseline. He's in a double team. Kicks to Johnson. Back to Middleton. Middleton on the left wing. Tries to skip it right wing, but it's stolen by Rymel. He'll take it coast to the coast. Off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound. Goes up in a crowd. It won't go, but we've got a whistle and a foul. And Jake Rymel will go to the line for the first time for either club tonight. He'll get 2 shots.
And what were you saying about Jake kind of being a little bit of a pest and causing some issues?
He stirs it up. He's a high-energy guy.
If I remember correctly, Jim, I think this is his first year playing football this year.
I think you're right. And
he was a soccer player is what I understood.
Played at the running back for the Clopton Elsberry Indian Hawks, a co-op that's about, 10 years old now?
Something like that.
Rymel drains both free throws, makes it a 1-point lead for Van Far. 3:40 to play in the first. Hanson now trades spots with Johnson. He'll dribble entry to the right wing in the high post area to Johnson. His shot from 15 won't go. They get it back. Left wing now to Middleton. He'll shoot the fadeaway 3. It's good. Sam Middleton's got his shooting eye on tonight. His second 3-ball. And it's 8-4 Van Far. Elsberry back against the man-to-man defense. In the corner now is Kinsler. Kinsler across the way to Rymel. He'll penetrate to the paint. Stops and pops from 8. Off the glass, no good. Johnson with the rebound. They'll look to run up to Hanson along the left sideline. He'll try and drive baseline. He'll stop. Gets it to the head of key to Johnson. Now left corner to Middleton. No space for him. He's a spot-up shooter. He's not much off the dribble as Middleton, but if you let him line it up and step into it, he can drain a bunch of them. Slatton in the far corner, has it deflected, but they're going to say it went off of Gladney out of bounds. So the Van Far will maintain possession with 2:47 to play in the first.
Is this kind of what you expected, Jim?
Pretty much,
this
yeah,
pace?
pretty much. Van Far's trying to take the break if they've got it, and then they set up into their offense. Elsberry does not want to try and match up with him man-to-man with all the seniors against the underclassmen. Middleton, he's going to fire it from the left wing. He drains his third one. Stepped right into that. As we said, he's got 9, and the lead is now 7, 11-4.
And if he continues that, we're going to have quick game, probably.
Gladney in the far corner, and he carried it. Another turnover on Elsberry, just their 4 turnovers apiece. Only 1 team foul so far in this game, as we've got triple deuces, 2:22 to play in the first. Johnson walks it into the front court this time. Hanson on the left wing to Johnson. Right wing to Middleton. Middleton to Johnson in the corner. He'll drive baseline. He gets it to the glass. Up and good. Verdell Johnson scores it, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Elsberry wants to take it. They trail 13-4. 2:03 to play in the first. This is Class D District 5 action on Eagle 102.
Area District Tournaments on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Clark Heating and Air, TJ Salon, Central Elevators, and Night Equipment.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief. High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ham Todd Watts Realty, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, and All Parts.
Elsberry has it out of the timeout. Didn't look like we had any subs during that timeout for either club.
No, but Aiden Lawrence and Latrell Wright are both set to check in the next dead ball for Van Far.
Gladney now gets it to Henry. He'll shoot it from 3. It's off the mark. No good. Slatton with the rebound. He'll get it to Johnson. He'll look to run. Doesn't have the numbers, but he'll kick it into the corner to Milton. He'll drive baseline. And he is called for stepping out of bounds on the baseline. And as you said, Latrell Wright and Aiden Lawrence check in for Hanson and Slatton for the Vanpar Indians. Back-to-back trips to Springfield. Finished first 2 years ago, third last year.
Third last year.
And they're hoping for a return trip to Springfield as Gladney slipped and maybe hurt himself. Turns it over to Johnson, and he's going to be fouled as he goes to the bucket. We'll check on Gladney, make sure he's all right. Looks like he's walking without a hitch. Foul's going to go on Reimel, his first team foul. And Vanpar to the line for their first free throws of the game. Burdell Johnson has the honor. He'll get 2. And it gets church-like quiet.
It does.
And he drains the first. You can almost hear that fried chicken cooking. It was so quiet.
We know we can smell it, that's for sure.
13-4 our score. I'm not sure they put the point up. I think that was a 9-point lead a while ago, wasn't it? Second free throw's on the way and good. Down to 1:20 to play. Elsberry back. Reimel has it. We've got a number 10 in the game for Elsberry.
I know.
I don't know who that is. Let's see. Reimel's going to turn it over, it looks like.
Let's pull up a program and see if they have that in there. Sometimes they switch on us a little midweek occasionally.
Haven't seen Elsberry enough to recognize the young man. Vanpar with it, leading by 11. There they put that other point up there, 15-4.
Bryce Irving.
Well, we'll get that written in our book as Wilburn goes to the bucket off the glass, his first score tonight. And back come Elsberry. Who scored that? I was writing Bryce Irving in the book.
I was writing down Colin Wilburn's points.
So we'll have to check with somebody. 3-pointer from the corner. Guess what? That's Middleton once again. He drains another 3. And Elsberry's just shaking their head at that. He's got 12 points already on 4 3-pointers. Irving on the far sideline. Now throws away. Stolen by Middleton. He'll take it the length of the floor for the finger roll. Layup up and good. Sam Middleton with a huge first quarter, and that's going to do it. Your score, the Vanpar Indians 22, the Elsberry Indians 6. The second quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Frankfurt Farm Supply, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Young Enterprises.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medication. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
22-6. Vanpar runs out to early lead, 16 points here at the end of the first quarter, and it's been the Sam Middleton show. Four 3-pointers by Sam, and he had another 2-point layup. Elsberry will have it as we start the second. Looks like Kane Sadler's checked in for the Elsberry Indians. Same players that left the floor on the floor for Vanpar. Henry now has it left wing. He'll penetrate into the paint. Reverse pivots, goes up with the left hand. It won't go. Lance with the rebound. He gets it ahead to right. Right dribbles to the right wing. Waits for the troops. Gets it to Johnson on the trailer. And his reverse left-handed layup's up and good. He's got 6, does Verdell Johnson. And the lead continues to grow. Vanpar using the entire floor, which is something we haven't seen out of them for the last couple of games. Reimel goes to the hole. He has it blocked from behind by Johnson, and Johnson tries to save it, but he's out of bounds. And Elsberry will have it underneath their own basket with 52 seconds gone here in the second quarter. Reimel to throw it inbounds. He'll get it in. It's stolen away by Middleton again. He kind of loses the handle. He's going to pull up and shoot it from three. That wasn't in rhythm, so it's short. He's going to save it inbounds to Johnson. Johnson now crosses over, gets to the right block off the glass, and good. Nice behind the back dribble. That was pretty.
That was pretty.
And the lead is 20 at 26-6. Reimel on a pick and roll with Sadler. His shot's no good. Wright with the rebound. He'll hand it off to Johnson. And they'll head to the offensive end of the floor. Johnson gets into the paint, kicks it back to Middleton. Nothing doing for him. He'll reverse it back to Johnson now on the high post of the ranch. Drops it down to Wilburn. He lost the handle. And it's stolen away by Reimel.
Taken back away by Wright. Right back to Wilburn.
Man, it's quick. And Wilburn loses the handle as he tries to go up. And Henry comes away with it. Back comes Kinsler. He'll hit the brakes and skids and throws up a wild one. It won't go. Ball hits about four players. And now here comes Wright out of the pack. And he'll be fouled by Deshaun Dotson. Just the second foul in our team foul of the game. Just the third foul of the game so far. Hanson and Slatton return for Van Far. Into the game now for Elsberry is Cody Twellman. As I'm not sure who took a seat. They get it inside to Johnson. They're going to count the bucket and the foul. Looks like Bryce Irving went to the bench. Johnson with another bucket and a chance for an and one. As his point total continues to grow. He's got 10 here in the first half. Foul is on Reimel, his second. Johnson misses the free throw, gets his own rebound, takes it right to the glass, up and good. Nobody blocked out the shooter. That's fundamental sin number one on the free throws, right?
That's right.
Elsberry needs a bucket. They haven't scored in this quarter. Henry to Reimel. Reimel has it stolen away by Johnson. Johnson on a 2-on-2 with Slatton, but we've got a foul, and is it going to be on Reimel? If it is, that'll be his third.
It is.
And the senior will have to go to the bench as Bryce Irvin will come in for him. And Wilburn triggers it in from the left side of the bucket to Johnson, to Middleton.
Oh, yeah.
He traveled.
Did a little shuffle there, didn't he?
Like I told you, he's a spot-up shooter, so he always wants to get his feet set if he can. And that's what he was trying to do, but he waited just a hair too long. And his whistle for the traveling violation. Back come the Indians of Elsberry. Irving with it. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Henry. Henry goes to the bucket. It's a charge. You know Elsberry's in trouble when Bo Henry, the biggest player they have, is playing out at the point.
Yeah.
They don't want him out there. They want him in the paint. But they're having trouble taking care of the basketball, so Bo's trying to help out. And as a result, Van Far has a commanding 24-point lead right now. Slatton will set it up between the circles, hand it back to Johnson, down to 4:50 to play here in the first half. And Elsberry is going to go into a man-to-man. Hanson gets it ahead of key to Johnson. He'll shoot the three. It's no good. Middleton with the offensive rebound, puts it up in a crowd. It won't go. Slatton on the offensive glass. His putback's off the mark. And now Kinsler with the rebound for Elsberry. And we've got a whistle and a foul on Middleton. That'll be his first. I checked that. That'll be his second.
Well, I had it as their first two, but that don't mean anything.
And it looks like Coach Conway is going to leave him in, at least for the time being. Kitzler on the dribble, and that's going to be on Middleton. That'll be his third.
But he comes out now.
I'm pretty confident.
Mm-hmm.
As Wright will take his spot.
As you mentioned, he already has 12 points on the night. All those come from behind the three-point line.
Well, he's actually got 14 because remember he had a 2-point layup too.
Well, I forgot to write it down.
Irvin drives to the bucket, has it swatted away by Johnson, goes out of bounds, back to Elsberry. Elsberry having trouble getting anything going on the offensive end. They lob it in to Henry. He'll get it back to Irvin. In the corner now to Twellman. He'll kick it in the near corner to Gladney. His three-pointer's on the way. No good. Johnson with the rebound. 3-on-4 break. Johnson just takes the glass hand. Can't get it to go. Henry with the rebound. Nearly throws away the outlet pass. But Caden Kinsler will track it down for Elsberry. He penetrates in, and they work it around the horn. Twellman on the dribble now to Irvin. Irvin, as they look to run a little bit of the weave to Kinsler. Kinsler's going to try and penetrate in. He has it stolen away by Slatton. And Slatton's going to be fouled by Twellman.
Yes, Twellman was running toe-to-toe next to him. They made a little bit of contact. He's going to pick up his first foul. It is the sixth team foul.
Back into the game, Kane Sadler. Henry will take a seat for Elsberry. As the Paris Coyotes are in the building for the second game of the night, they'll take on South Shelby. Wilburn in the left block. They play a little three-man game. It goes to Hanson. His shot short. Rebound to Elsberry. They try and get the break going. Kinsler throws it way ahead of Irving. And the 10th turnover of the game gives the ball back to Van Far.
Wilburn comes over, gets a little talk with Coach Pat Conaway a little bit here at Van Far. See what they want to set up here in the next trip down.
Dodson back in the game. Gladney takes a seat for Elsberry. 30-6 our score. We've got 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Johnson left wing for Van Far. Elsberry in a man-to-man, gets it to the left block to Wilburn. He penetrates in. His little up and under shot's good. Colin Wilburn with his fourth point of the game. And it's 32-6. We've seen 3 running clock games and another 20-point game in this tournament so far. And it looks like Van Far is intent on making this a running clock game in the second half as well. Twellman with the baby hook across the paint. It won't go. And the outlet pass goes between the legs of Hanson out of bounds back to Elsberry.
So Hanson's going to have a seat. Slayton checks out for the Van Far Indians.
Lawrence in. Twellman had triggered in. Free throw line extended for our sideline. He'll throw it all the way in the backcourt to Kinsler. He's guarded by Wright. He gets into the paint and throws it out of bounds. That's just youth.
Oh, absolutely.
You've got Johnson, Irvin, who are both freshmen. Dotson's a freshman. Sadler is a junior, and Irvin, I think he's a freshman as well. So a young lineup in the game for Elsberry.
You are correct. Irvin is a freshman.
Hanson on the penetration, drops it off to Lawrence. His layup's up and good. Great give and go that time from Hanson to Lawrence. Lawrence has his first bucket of the night, and it's a 28-point lead, and we've got a whistle and a foul on Wright.
I have a feeling for years to come you may end up naming Latrell Wright as a pest. Watching him out there, he's
a junior, so he's only got one more year to work his way to pest category. Yeah,
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought he was a year younger. I didn't look at the stats. I thought he was only a sophomore freshman.
Elsberry gets it inbounds to Irving. He loses it, gets it right back, goes up and scores. So finally, the first bucket of the second quarter by Irving for Elsberry, and it's 34-8. Wilburn in the right short corner, back to Johnson. He penetrates in, tries to give it back to Wilburn, but it's deflected and stolen away by Elsberry. Then we have a whistle and a foul. And the foul's going to be on Wilburn, I believe, his first. 15 foul. No full court pressure this time by Van Far. Twellman gets it back to Irvin. Irvin across the timeline now. We've got 1:15 to play in the half. Irvin still has his dribble, drive baseline, step through layups, up and good. Oh, nice play by Bryce Irvin. He's got 4 in the quarter. And it's 34-10. Johnson back for Van Far. They work it left wing to right. Right, head of the key now to Hanson. Hanson's going to penetrate down the paint, takes a bump, but shoots it up and scores. He's got 4. We're under a minute to play. Back comes Dotson for Elsberry. Gets it to Sadler. Sadler tries to force it inside. Another turnover on the Indians. Johnson to right. He goes up in a crowd. It's no good. Rebounds bad around. Irvin comes away with it for Elsberry. 1-on-2 break. But Wright will catch him and swat it out of bounds from behind. And Elsberry have the right side of the paint with 29 seconds to play here in the half. Dotson to throw it in for Elsberry. He gets it to Gladney. Back to Dotson. Now back to Gladney on the right wing. He'll get it inside to Twellman on the give and go. Back to Gladney. He'll shoot a fadeaway jumper from about 10 from the left wing, and it's good. Off the glass. Sweet-looking jumper that time by Eli Gladney. Elsberry on a little bit of a 6-2 run here late in this half. Johnson down the dribble, down the lane, up, no good. With the tip in by Lawrence is up and good. And that'll do it for the first half of action. The Van Far Indians 38, the Elsberry Indians 12. Your Cellular Satellite halftime shows next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with the carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
The staff at Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice are your neighbors. Here are just a few of the programs they have to offer. Baby Basics, breastfeeding peer counseling, natural nurses, car seat safety, farm safety for kids, maternal and child health, babysitter courses, and WIC, plus much more. Pike County Health Department is a not-for-profit organization as it is funded by tax dollars. So when you use their services, you're putting your tax dollars to work. To keep up to date, be sure to like them on Facebook. Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, located in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
It's been all Indians of the black and gold variety.
I was going to say, that was a pretty general statement there, wasn't it? Couldn't be wrong no matter what you said at that point.
Van Far led at 22-6 at the end of the first quarter, 16-6 scoring advantage in the second quarter, and they go to the locker room on top, 38-12. Let's tell you about the scoring for the Indians. They've got a couple guys in double figures. Sam Middleton hit 4 threes early in that game, and he goes to the locker room with 14. Verdell Johnson with 12, 4 each for Colin Wilburn, Aiden Lawrence, and Riley Hanson. They were 2 for 3 from the free throw line, and they turned it over 9 times. The biggest lead of the night for them so far is 26, the current lead. For Elsberry, just 4 guys scored. Check that, 5 guys scored. 4 for Caden Kinsler, 4 for Bryce Irving, 2 for Eli Gladney, 2 for Jake Reimel. Elsberry was 2 for 2 from the line. They turned it over 11 times, and they have not led in this game, and it's just been too much offense for Van Far. They've been pretty efficient. They hit a bunch of threes and got out front and knocked Elsberry back on their heels, and up to this point they have not been able to recover.
And turnovers for them, did I miss?
11 for Elsberry.
I knew that you had said, but I was
not a good number, but when you take into consideration that Van Forest turned it over 9, of course, we had 2 or 3 exchanges where it was back-to-back turnovers in the early part of that half, which kind of inflated the turnover numbers for both clubs.
Before we take a quick break here on the Cellular Satellite Center halftime report, again, want to remind you, if you're headed out to Clopton this evening, they do have a fried chicken dinner going on. It is $8. It is to benefit the FBLA program. So if you don't feel like cooking supper tonight, which, Jim, I don't know about you, but most nights that is exactly how I feel, you can have a pretty good fried chicken dinner here this evening.
I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but I do like to cook. I hate cleaning up, but I like cooking.
I don't mind cooking if somebody will tell me what they want to eat. I have a house full of I don't cares.
Oh, yeah, I hear a lot of that, too.
I bet you do.
I don't have a house full anymore, but, if we go out to eat somewhere, where do you want to eat? I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, let's go eat hamburgers. No, I don't want hamburgers. Yeah. Well, let's go eat tacos. No, I don't want tacos. Well, where do you want to go?
I don't care. Yeah.
The age-old marriage joke, right?
Yeah. Marriage or child.
We live it. Yeah, we live it at my house for sure.
All right, let's take a quick break on the Cellular Satellite Center halftime report. We'll be back with more here from Class 2 District 5 action on Eagle 102.
Area District Tournament song, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Center Locker Service, County Market in Vandalia, and Advanced Eye Care.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about membership. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provides farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
If you happen to find yourself looking for somewhere new to get your vehicle serviced, at GM or Chrysler Warranty, they will shuttle those to their sister Hannibal locations to make sure your warranty stays intact. Pogue Ford, serving the communities they call home. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. They'll be there for you when the sun comes up.
Hi, folks. This is Eric Kidd. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community. Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Pogue Ford, and Bank of Louisiana.
Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart here with you this evening. First of what we will have from Clopton, 3 games. As soon as this game wraps up, we will send it to Mark Froenig. He will have the Bowling Green Lutheran St. Charles semifinal game for you, and then we'll come right back here. And the Clopton Hawks, who is the number 1 seed in this tournament, will take on Silex, and then our nightcap will be 4 and 5 Louisiana Mark Twain. And speaking of Clopton, I had a chance to talk to Coach Tony Francis last week, and of all the teams here, he says Van Far is one that scares him. Because,
well, yeah, there's the obvious reasons for that.
Well, I mean, he's said that all year, that they're a team that worry him.
They played the other night, last Thursday to be exact. However, Clopton was in a weakened condition because they had the flu go through their team last week, and they played with them. I mean, it ended up 10, but close to 10, but it was a close game pretty much throughout. So a good effort by the able-bodied Clopton Hawks. But shoot, Van Far should scare most anybody. Just because of their pedigree and the fact that they have so many seniors that have experienced this time of year. You know, if you haven't experienced this, we like to say survive in advance, but the fact of the matter is if you lose, your season's done. And guys that haven't been through that, like Elsberry, for instance, with all their young players, that can be somewhat intimidating at times. And I don't think Van Far is intimidated at all. In fact, They probably got an attitude that they expect to win and they expect to be back in Springfield. And that mental awareness and advantage that they have going into these games will carry them a long way. So, yeah, Tony Francis is warranted in his concern. However, they will be at home.
Yeah.
And they play very well here.
He actually was tipping his hat to coaches Pat Conaway and Brett Redding that giving them compliments that as well, that they know how to make the adjustments and things of that nature. So
now let's be serious. In all your years of doing this, have you ever heard a coach say something negative about another coach?
We're going to be honest?
Yeah. I mean, publicly.
Well, not publicly, no. No, but he, even when we were at state last year and we're doing the broadcast with Coach Francis, he on air talked about how much he really respected both of those coaches and the job that they do and things of that nature. And, Coach Tony Francis, let's be honest, he's got some experience under his belt. He kind of knows a little bit about coaching.
Yeah. And they have. They've done a very good job over the years. And Brett Redding really hasn't been on the boys' side all that long. He coached the girls for a little while after his playing days were over with. But he does do a lot of coaching in huddle coaching for Van Far. So a lot of credit to both those guys. And we're looking forward to, we don't know anything much about Paris and South Shelby. That's who the winner of this game will get in the semifinals. So we'll have to do a little research about that before we get to the semifinals. We're ready to go here. Van Far with the lead, 38-12. They have the ball. Their original starters back in the game, as do the Indians of Elsberry have their original starters. Van Far will look to try and throw the knockout punch early in this second half, but they turn it over on their first possession, do the Indians. From Van Far, not exactly the way you draw it up. Reimel now loses the handle, gets away with a double dribble.
And Reimel playing with 3 fouls as well.
And now we've got an illegal pick, I believe.
That is what they're going to call?
On Bo Henry, his second foul, I believe. So, mistakes by both clubs right out of the locker room here in the second half. And no score so far in this second half. Wilburn in the high post on the left elbow now. Looks to Middleton, head of the key. He's spotted up. He'll let it fly. It's good.
I think he's looking for a record tonight.
Picks up right where he left off in the first half. You notice how if he gets his feet set, he can shoot it. That's his 5th three-pointer of the game. First in the second half, and it's 41-12. Into the paint now. Kinsler pulls up from 10. It won't go. Rattles out. Van Far with the rebound. Johnson into the front court now. Little stop and go to Middleton. Now in the low post to Wilburn. Wilburn to Johnson, right wing. To Middleton as they whip it around the horn now to Slatton on the left wing. Slatton headed the key to Johnson. He'll shoot it from 3. It's good. Verdell Johnson with his first three-pointer of the game. And it's a 44-12 game. Boy, didn't see this coming. Remember, folks, they played about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was in the second semester at Elsberry, and the final score was 63-51 in a pretty competitive game, but not so far tonight. Another turnover by Elsberry. Hanson on the break. His shot won't go, but Johnson's there for the follow. And Van Far running away with it here from Clopton High School. 6 minutes to play, and it's 46-12. We are in the third quarter. Kinsler drives in the paint, pulls up from 10 again. It won't go. Rattles in and out. He's getting into shooting position, just can't get it to go. Johnson now on the dribble. Drops it off to Slatton on a little give and go. He'll shoot a fadeaway. It's blocked that time by Henry, and he gathers up the loose ball. Now the outlet pass goes off the fingertips of Middleton as he nearly stole it. It'll go out of bounds in the near corner to Elsberry. Reimel gets it into Henry, and he loses the handle. Stolen away by Wilburn. Wilburn on the dribble, gets all the way to the paint, thinks better of it. Now to Hanson. He'll drive baseline, and he throws it away. Stolen by Elsberry. Kinsler back for the red and white. His shot short again. That's 3 times he's got into within 8 to 10 feet in the paint and couldn't get it to go. As they look to the bench, do the Indians of Van Far get the play call. Wilburn on the right wing now. Watches the shuffle cut, gives it to Slatton. To Hanson, now left wing to Johnson. Wilburn on the backdoor cut goes up against Henry. Can't get it to go. Slatton with the offensive rebound to Hanson. Hanson now to Middleton. Middleton steps up from the head of the key. Back the ring, no good. A rebound off to Dotson. Dotson into the front court. He's going to take it to the glass. It's up, no good. Rebound's loose. Gladney comes away with the loose ball. He'll take it to the rim and good. Whew. Eli Gladney with his second bucket of the game. He's got 4. And it's 46-14. Johnson now with it to Middleton. To Johnson. Right wing to Wilburn. Elsberry in a man-to-man. To Slatton. To Hanson. And they'll hit Wilburn going back door. He puts it up with the left hand and scores. I've seen them run that play enough over the last few years. I know what's coming anymore. Henry outside the arc, now down the paint, kicks it in the corner to Gladney. He'll shoot the 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Johnson with the rebound for Van Far. They don't have the numbers, so he'll slow things down. Now penetrates to the head of the key, puts it in reverse. Right wing to Wilburn now. Wilburn waits for the shuffle cut of Middleton to Slatton. They'll swing it to the left side, and Wilburn's going to go back door. There he comes, but they didn't get it to him. Didn't get it to the wing like they needed to. Middleton now between the circles. To Hanson. Left wing to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Reimel. Down to 3:20 to play here in the third. 48-14 our score. Van Far on top. Slatton to Johnson in the far corner. He'll drive baseline. Tries to get it to Slatton, goes through his hands, but Middleton will track it down right at the center court stripe, and then he telegraphs the pass, and it's stolen away by Dotson. He'll go in for the layup and misses it. Young freshman with the left hand couldn't get it to go.
And it just hung on that rim.
It did. Middleton now gets to Slatton at the head of the key. He looks for some guard help, and then he'll get it to Hanson. He'll drive, stop and pop from 8. No good. Rebound's loose. And it's still loose. Hanson gets to Wilburn on the block. He'll put it up off the glass and good. Good hustle after the loose ball. Then Wilburn able to convert. And it's 50-14. Back for Elsberry. Reimel. Left corner to Gladney. Gladney on the dribble now to Dotson. Dotson steps back. Gets it to Gladney left wing. He's going to try and penetrate in. Gives it to Henry. His shot short. Gets his own rebound, but there's a whistle on the foul.
And I'm pretty sure Colin Wilburn knows that he's going to pick it up as he kind of did a little head shake there.
I think they're going to call it on the rebound, however. And so Elsberry will have it underneath their own basket as Lawrence and Wright return, as does Irving for Elsberry. Somebody else came in for Elsberry as well. Kinsler returned. Reimel gets it to Henry. He tries to hand it off. It's loose. He picks it up. Now gets it to Reimel. He'll put it up off the glass. No good, but there's a whistle on the foul again. And Jake Reimel will go to the line and shoot 2 shots.
And that's where his 2 points came from early in the first half, was from the free throw line.
Foul is going to be on Lawrence, his first. Reimel's first free throw is good. He'll get a second. 2:04 to play here in the third. Second free throw is good as well, so 4 for 4 from the line for senior Jake Reimel, playing his last game of his high school career. And it's 50-16. Middleton cuts back door off the Wilburn pass and scores it off the glass. Tough shot that time against a good defensive play by Elsberry, but he was able to get it to go.
Give Middleton 19 already on the night.
Kinsler now looks for help, gives it to Henry. Now hand it off to Dotson. He'll stop and pop from 10. No good from the right wing. Middleton with the rebound. Johnson will take the ball, and they're going to call a set play. As Coach Conaway tells them to slow down, we want to run this. Well, good time to work on some stuff. Wilburn gets into the paint, hands it back to Wright, slashing down the paint. He's in a double team and has it stolen away by Irving. Irving on the left-hand side. Nice ball fake. Got the defense in the air, couldn't get it to go. And he comes away with the loose ball rebound. Good hustle by Irving. Now the shot from 10 by Reimel's no good. But we've got a whistle and a foul.
They're going to call it on the floor. Even though
I think
Reimel...
it's going to be after the shot, maybe. I think he got bonked in the head.
Johnson picks up the foul with 1 minute left to go in the third. Julian Holtkamp checking in now for Colin Wilburn.
Reimel throws it in, gets it in to Henry. He'll go straight to the glass. His shot's up no good. And a foul on Van Far. Will that be on Middleton?
I believe it will.
That'll be 4. There haven't been a whole lot of fouls called in this game, but Sam Middleton's picked up more than his fair share.
Yeah. You know,
Will they leave him in? I would.
Why not?
Henry with the first free throw is good.
At this point, I mean, you've got pretty sizable lead.
It never hurts to teach somebody how to play with 4 fouls. You may need him late in the game. In the fourth quarter later on in this tournament. Henry misses his second free throw. Reimel with the rebound. He'll get it to Irving. Irving has it swatted away by Wright, but he can't save it. And it'll be Elsberry's basketball.
Caden Caldwell checking in the ball game now for Van Far. As Middleton and Johnson come out, I didn't see who was.
Preston Burnett comes in as well for Van Far. We're under a minute to play in the third. Reimel goes to the glass. The wild shot won't go, and Lawrence is going to corral the rebound. They get it to Wright. Wright, with 36 seconds, gets it into the front court. He spins out of trouble, got away with the double dribble to Lawrence. Lawrence tries to throw it down low to Caldwell, and he throws it away. Dotson with the steal. 4 turnovers for Van Far in the quarter, 13 for the game. Reimel now gets it back to Kinsler. He has it swatted towards the backcourt, but he'll save it to Dotson. Dotson on the crossover dribble, gets to the baseline, pull up from 8. Good. Good move by Deshaun Dotson. We're under 5 seconds, and Wright's going to throw it 3/4 court. It's off the mark, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Your score, the Van Far Indians 52, the Elsberry Indians 19. The fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Penrod Real Estate, American Family Insurance in Bowling Green, and Eisenbath Auto Supply.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see us. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
People's Bank and Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your account, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Van Far comes out with Wright, Holtkamp. Let's see. Burnett. I don't have to pick him up
Lawrence.
as we go. Lawrence. Elsberry has it and throws it away. Elsberry has Sadler, Twellman, Gladney, Reimel, and Cody Thornhill in the game. Lawrence and Preston Burnett is the 5th player for Van Far. Wright gets it into the front court for the Indians of Van Far in their home white jerseys. And we got a penetration by Burnett, but he's whistled for the travel. And for the moment, we have a running clock as the lead is 52-19. Reimel to the head of the key, tries to penetrate in, has it deflected, nearly throws it away. Thornhill's going to pull up. His shot from 15 short goes out of bounds. Back to Van Far. Elsberry's going to press full court. Lawrence to throw it in. Gets it into Burnett, and he's going to be fouled by Thornhill. That'll be Thornhill's first. And the team's 4th. We checked that second. That was on Elsberry. Caldwell hands it off to Wright in the backcourt. He'll cross the timeline with Reimel all over him to Lawrence. Lawrence left wing to Caldwell, now to right in the short corner. He turns around, he's got some space to the bucket. His shot's up no good. High up for the rebound is Holtkamp. He can't get it to go once and twice, and finally he's going to be fouled.
I guess they say almost third time's a charm. Nothing else, you can go to the free throw line, try to make it without some distractions.
Julian Holtkamp will get 2 shots, the senior. 6'2" senior. First one's on its way and good, so he's in the book. Good for Holtkamp. Foul was on Sadler, his first. Team's third. Holtkamp with the second. It's on its way, rattles in and out, no good. Sadler with the rebound. He'll get it to Reimel. Reimel going full speed ahead. He's going to the hole. He'll stop at the block, shoots it, won't go. Lawrence with the rebound. He breaks out on the break. Gets it ahead to Holtkamp. His crossover jump step up and good.
Give him 3.
Julian Holtkamp feeling his oats. Nice move there by the young man. And it's 55-19. Reimel goes into the paint. We've got a whistle on a foul. Foul's going to go against Wright, his first. And Reimel will go back to the line, and he'll get 2 shots with 5 minutes to play in this ball game.
Remember, we'll be heading to Winfield at the conclusion of this basketball game for Mark Froelich and the Bowling Green Lady Bobcats taking on Lutheran St. Charles.
Lance will take a seat. Hunter Scroggin in, the sophomore. 6'1" sophomore. Reimel with the second. He can't find the mark, and Scroggin gets the rebound, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
After being 4 for 4 from the line, Reimel unfortunately kind of went cold there.
And the foul is on Elsberry, on Sadler, his second. So Van Far will get the ball, leading 55-19. Right into the front court now. As they work it around the horn, and Reimel deflects it out of bounds. He hadn't stopped playing.
No, he hasn't.
He goes 100 miles an hour no matter what. Good for him. Kyle Turnbull into the game now for Elsberry. Sadler will take a seat. Turnbull, another freshman for Elsberry. We seemed to say that a lot tonight, didn't we?
We did.
Inbounds pass is stolen away by Gladney. He gets it ahead to Thornhill. His layup's up and good. Cody Thornhill with his first bucket of the game. That's 55-21, down to 3:35 to play in the ball game. Van Far's on top. Into the front court, Caldwell with it now. Left wing to Holtkamp. Holtkamp to Burnett, and a 3-ball on the way from Caldwell. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Gladney with the offensive rebound for Elsberry. To Reimel up the left wing to Twellman. Now to Turnbull. Turnbull turns, gets it to Gladney. He'll shoot a 3-ball. It's good. Eli Gladney with his 7th point of the game, and it's 55-24, down to 3 minutes to play. Wright penetrates to the right elbow, kicks it back to Holtkamp. Now left wing to Caldwell. Caldwell penetrates into the lane. His runner up off the glass, no good. Rebounds loose, picked up. It goes back into the hands of Burnett. He can't get it to go. Elsberry wants to run. They get it ahead to Gladney. He has it swatted away by Caldwell, but Elsberry maintains possession. Right wing to Thornhill. He gets it into Turnbull, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Common foul still. As that's just the 16th foul on Van Far. That'll go on Scroggin. And in the game for Elsberry's Bryce serving. Well, wait a minute. It's not Bryce serving. He's wearing number 10. Who's wearing number 20, Marianne?
Well,
stolen by Gladney. He'll go to the bucket. His shot's up off the glass and good. And it's 55-26, and we've got a whistle and a foul, and that'll stop the clock as we're back under 30.
They don't have a 20. Oops, wrong team.
So let's see. Van Far will have it in the back court. Couple more subs back in for Elsberry.
Gavin Reller.
Well, they got Jack St. Pierre's number 3. Who's wearing it in that program? Gavin Reller. I'm guessing he's Superintendent Reller's son, if I'm betting.
I would say you're probably right. Trevor Ashing.
Trevor Ashing, okay. Runner by Caldwell is no good. Rebound swatted out and they go out of bounds off of Van Far. Down to 1:29 to play. Van Far's going to advance to Thursday night semi-final. Limels 3 balls off the mark. Van Far with the rebound, down to 1:18 to play. Into the front court, right. In a double team. Gets it on the wing. 3 balls on the way to Burnett. It's no good, but a rebound and put back up and good by Hunter Scoggin. And he's fouled with 1:03. Foul's going to go against Turnbull, his first. And Scroggin will have a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play. And while you're in that program, how about number 54 is Jake Reimel leaves the senior to a standing ovation from the Elsberry faithful as his high school career will come to an end.
Evan Wilson.
Evan Wilson is 54 for Elsberry. 3 ball on the way by Turnbull. It's off the mark. Check that. Thornhill. It's no good. Elsberry maintains possession. Down to 25 to play. Head of the key now. Shot up, no good. Rebound to Scroggin and Van Far. And Caldwell is told to slow it down.
Well, they're just going to burn clock here and let this one run out.
Right, will walk it across the timeline. Is Elsberry going to let them dribble it out? It looks like they are. We're down to 4. Wright's going to pick it up, and that's going to do it. Your score, the Van Far Indians 58, Elsberry Indians 26. Your post-game show is next on Eagle 102.
District Tournament on Eagle 102, brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory, and the Dairy Queen in Vandalia.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their community because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shop.
Welcome back to Clopton High School, Class 2 District 5, and the first game of the night on the opening night of the boys bracket is in the books, and the number 2 seed Van Far Indians, they take care of the Elsberry Indians by a final score of 58 to 26. Marianne, they led it 22-6 at the end of the first quarter and never looked back.
Well, and I think we kind of expected that. I think you take the turnovers out of this game, which there was quite a few of, and you're probably going to have an even higher scoring game. But Van Far, they had a couple tough losses, or at least in the last half of the season. We kind of said that to a few others. They fell to Wright City right before the end of the regular season. I think they've gotten back on track, and it's going to make for a very interesting rest of the districts.
Well, I think they were trying to make a little bit of a statement tonight, maybe. They had a close game against Bowling Green, close game against Clopton. As you mentioned, they lost to Wright City in the last couple of weeks of the season. And so they wanted to show everybody, hey, we're still Van Far. And they did exactly that. Let's take a look at the scoring for you for the Indians of Van Far. Sam Middleton led them with 19, 17 for Verdell Johnson. Middleton, by the way, hit 5 threes. 8 for Colin Wilburn. 4 each for Aiden Lawrence and Riley Hansen. 3 each for Julian Holtkamp and Hunter Scroggin. They were 4 for 6 from the free throw line. And they led from start to finish in this game. For Elsberry, nobody in double figures for them tonight. They were led by Eli Gladney with 9. 4 each from Caden Kinsler, Jake Reimel, and Bryce Irving. 2 for Deshaun Dodson and Cody Thornhill. And a free throw for Bo Henry. They were 5 for 8 from the free throw line tonight, and they will finish the season at 4-20, while Van Far raises their record to 20-6 on the season, and they look forward to a matchup on Thursday night at 6 o'clock against the winner of the upcoming game between the 3-seed Paris Coyotes and the South Shelby Cardinals.
All right, we're going to send things back to the station. We're going to have 5 p.m. news for you. Of course, we've got to look at news, your weather forecast, and then about 5:15 we'll head to Winfield as the Bowling Green Lady Bobcats are in semifinal action against Lutheran St. Charles in Class 3 District 8. For Jim Ross, I'm Marion Everhart. You've been listening to Class 2 District 5 basketball on Eagle 102.
Tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Orff Construction Company, Betty Davis Insurance Agency, and Binoff Funeral Home. Abel's Quick Stop.